Upstairs, in the community room, there seems to be no air. There is sunlight streaming in from the wide windows, and the thermostat reads a stale 82 degrees. Somehow everything, the room, the hallways, even the elevator, smells like porridge and chicken soup, the aroma surrounding you like a worn shawl, in a place where nothing is meant to be bitten or chewed, where sundown arrives today at 2:30 p.m. One by one the residents arrive, shuffling feet pulling wheelchairs forward through the wide wooden doorway. An aide, resplendent in her scrubs and elegant long braids, keeps watch until the rabbi and I sweep into the room in our billowing white robes. The rabbi, a bright-eyed, curly-haired woman in her early 60s, moves like a much younger person. Perhaps, I think, it is our surroundings that make her seem so energetic. I love that she knows each resident, does not dear or honey them, is not deferential to the illnesses of brain and body. I watch as she crouches before each wheelchair, reaching out with a smile to hold a tremulous hand and offer words of greeting. As I walk in behind her, I hear myself called by other names, in the belief that I am a long-lost family member come for a visit. I busy myself with setting up a large, heavy table in the front of the room. I place new white candles in the polished silver candlesticks. I cover the challahs with a taffeta cloth. The clock on the wall reads 2:25. We have to be downstairs in the auditorium by 3 o'clock to set up for the larger Rosh Hashanah service we will lead for the majority of the residents, those in the assisted living, hospital, and rehab wings. But for the next 20 minutes, we will muddle our way through services in the dementia unit where anything can and does happen. At the appointed time, the aide locks the doors, and we begin, hitting the cues of the service back and forth to one another. We signal one another with quick looks. We have been rehearsing together for so long that sometimes it feels more like shtick than prayer. For these residents are unlike the ones we will preach to in an hour from now. There is no reverent silence here, as we are no different than the crafts instructor or the guitar player who visits here on other days. This holiest of days, this birthday of the world, is just another afternoon in the lives of those for whom time has been wiped up, like spilled juice, wrung out and drained away, drop by confused drop. We reach the main part of the service, the prayers of confession and petition that are read only on this highest of holy days. I breathe deeply to center myself, and then sing those most fearsome words of the liturgy. Who shall live and who shall die? Who by fire and who by water? Who by strangling and who by stoning? Who shall be tranquil and who troubled? And even though these are words and melodies that the patients, along with every other Jew, hear only once a year, and even though some of them believe that I am a sister returned from the dead or a daughter last seen more than 10 years ago, an extraordinary thing happens. They sing along. Out of the grave of memory, the music, somehow, is still there. At the end of the service, we wait for everyone to leave before we gather up our ritual objects and pack them for the trip downstairs. Next year, there will be new faces here, and there will be ones who are no longer present. In the now silent room, I blow out the candles, thinking of the gifts of oblivion that come to us all in time. Happy birthday, world, I whisper. Happy birthday.